Welcome back to part 2 of Mega Man X6. And here we've got our villains, and they're scheming. It's Gate, who looks way too much like Mega Man for some reason. It's borderline confusing. I think he's talking about Mega Man. I mean, he's definitely an old robot, but is he really that mysterious?
それより全ては99素晴らしいしかし全ての
What? If you use High Max, in just minutes you can control all Reploids on Earth? What?
ダメだもうしばらく実験を行いたい引き続きかしこまりました
It's weird that Isaac is subservient to Gate, because in the previous game, Sigma basically tells you that his new partner is Dr. Wily. Like, he says that he has a new partner that knows Mega Man from the past, who's a scientist, who's like very knowledgeable about building machines. Basically gives up the ghost, so to speak. And then in this game you have this guy who looks and acts like Dr. Wily, but he's subservient to this new guy, which is weird, you know. They could have really played this up as this is the guy that Sigma was talking about in the previous game, you know, and Gate should be like his minion, but whatever. I mean, like I said, they don't do anything with Isaac. He's a useless character. Or I guess it would be Isaac, you know, like Isaac Newton, which is kind of funny because you have Dr. Thomas Light, Thomas Edison, Dr. Albert Wiley, Albert Einstein. I know you have Isaac Newton. All right, yeah, we get it. I mean, I think some of us do anyway. You're trying to tell us that it's Dr. Wily, that they're scientists, gentlemen. That's Dr. Wily. But yeah, he doesn't do anything, and he's useless. And then he never shows up again for the remaining couple of games. Speaking of which, when are we going to get a Mega Man X9? Because I really want to play that. Please give us a Mega Man X9. Even if it's like a retro kind of Mega Man X1 style, you know, retro throwback kind of game. You know, it doesn't make any story progression or anything. It's just a retro throwback where you fight Sigma again. That would be great. I would love that. You could also do a Mega Man X9 that continues the story and, you know, evolves things a little bit more. That would be cool too, as long as it's, you know, a good game. So, now that I've beaten one boss, you can see that a couple of the stages are glowing red. And that means that those stages now have a nightmare effect on them, which means that they're going to be different. There's going to be something about them that makes them more difficult. And in some cases, the nightmare effects make the stages completely unplayable. Now, an example of what this is like, it's kind of like in Mega Man X1, where you beat some stages before others and it changes them. You know, like Flame Mammoth stage will be frozen over if you beat Chill Penguin stage first, which I always do. So I don't think I've ever seen Flame Mammoth stage with actual flames in it. But it's a similar principle here, where you play certain stages before others, and it changes different other stages to make them, you know, more challenging. The problem is it just really messes up the game in a lot of ways. Okay, I have no idea what order to fight these bosses in, because there really isn't a good boss order per se in this game. You don't really use the boss weapons against each other as much as you do in the others. Okay. I guess I'll go with this one. Yeah, I'll go with this one. I was just kind of randomly picking there, though. I don't want to mess with the red stages because the nightmare effects tend to be pretty awful. So yeah, Infinity Miginian. I don't know what that means. I've never seen that word anywhere else. What is it? No one knows. No one knows. So in this stage, you have to deal with this giant robot called Illumina. And it's got some great music. I mean, this whole game has great music, so that's one thing I'm going to be giving it props for this entire playthrough, is just the awesome soundtrack. What? Look at this game. It gave me like no heads up that there was going to be a pit there. Like no heads up at all. Yeah, that was kind of my fault, but the controls are just like... The controls aren't bad, you know, like the controls are good, but there's something about like the enemy placement in this game that it makes it just like hard to control, if that makes sense. Like the enemies just kind of like get in your way more than they do in the other games. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. Look at this. Oh man. This design. It's like, well, we need a mini boss. What kind of attack pattern should it have? What should it do? What can we do to make a interesting mini boss fight? Well, we'll just have it fire shots at you over and over and over and over and over again, no matter where you are on the screen. There's no variety, no variance in its attacks. Whatever. So yeah, I'm onto it now. I'm not going to let it catch me off guard with these pits again. Whoa, jeez. Okay. Take those guys out real quick. I'm going to use the sword this time. There we go. What a goofy robot. Alright, I'm gonna jump in this portal, even though it seems like a terrible idea. Should have probably gone to the right instead. So, if I remember correctly, portals in this game take you to the optional bosses, which aren't really that optional. Like Hymax and Zero. Oh no! Man, these guys I'm supposed to rescue are all over the place, aren't they? Ugh, there's one. Oh, did I get him? I got him. Good. Another weird thing about this game is that it completely heaps extra lives on you. Like, I mean, it dumps extra lives on you. I don't know why, because no other Mega Man game, like, ever does that. You know, you always have to kind of work for your extra lives. But not in this game. Oh, wow. Look at that. A whole bunch of them. Ah! Damn it. I gotta get all these guys, you know? Some of them might have something important. But yeah, you get tons and tons and tons of extra lives. So all the death that you inevitably do in this game isn't that big of a deal. You know, you can just come right back and keep trying. And yes, that was definitely on purpose, you know. The overabundance of extra lives is, without a doubt, to compensate for the kind of artificial difficulty that permeates this game. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I'm having some difficulty grabbing onto those ropes. I'm just going to jump down from here. There we go. See, the problem is when you bump into one of these guys, it freezes you for like half a second, and it really messes up whatever jump you're doing at that point. Like I'm trying to hit one of those guys and then dash to the left. And I can't dash because I'm frozen for those, you know, key couple of seconds. There we go, got the last one. And somehow barely lost any lives during that whole mess just now. As you can see, I'm just trying to get out of here as quick as I can. So yeah, it seems like the stages are very short in this game. I don't remember the stages being this short. These stages are not taking long at all. Especially compared to X4 and X5, which have some pretty long stages. I mean, some of those stages are so long they had to divide them into two. So it's like two halves, you know. But in this game, they're back to being really short. So here's Zero, or the Zero Ghost. And he's got that same incredible Zero fight theme from the previous game. Man, that's really unfortunate. The music ended right before it got to the best part. This is like Highlander 2. Man, like Ramirez gets summoned back from the dead and he just like appears on a stage in Scotland or something. And he's all like, shithead. That's what this is. Zero just reappears and he's like, I'm back. And he calls someone a shithead. And they all live happily ever after. Later he gets killed by a fan blade. I don't know. I hid myself. I'm just gonna do this in a Ramirez voice. I hid myself while I tried to repair myself. I had to wait until I was healed. Well, it's been an emotional reunion, Highlander. But now we must face the nightmare. If the Reploids are eradicated, then mankind, no, the Earth itself will face a crisis. Let's go, X. Destroy the nightmare. I'm starting to sound like Bane again, actually. Gone from Ramirez to Bane. Never let anyone sever us again. Okay. Severing makes me think of something else, but let's not go there. Alright. Ooh, I just got a trophy. I don't know if you can see this, but unfinished business. Let's find out what that is. What's that trophy? Have Zero return to... Okay, so it's pretty much just a basic story trophy. Okay. Master Saber. Okay, that's definitely an equipable weapon that I'm going to want to equip. Here's the thing though, now that I've unlocked Zero, I can choose which of the characters to play as, but I think I'm going to stick with X for the most part. Because Zero just feels kind of illegitimate in this game. Like, he just feels like he shouldn't be here. You know, his story ended. He's done. He's gone. This feels like X's game to me. You know? It's like the last game that X has to himself before, like, Axel and all that stuff happens in X7. So yeah, this should have just been like X's game. But whatever. It's okay. Who's next? Wait a minute. This guy is still next, actually, because I didn't actually defeat him. I defeated Zero instead of defeating the actual boss. So I have to go back and play the stage again to fight the actual boss. But whatever. It's okay. I am playing this in the middle of the night. So... trying to keep my voice down a little bit. I don't want to wake the neighbors. Could also do like an SMR, not an SMR, ASMR, I believe it's called. Do like an ASMR playthrough. That Giga attack that I just did is useless. Like I've used it a couple times and it does nothing. I mean, maybe it destroys really weak enemies, but it does absolutely nothing against any kind of boss or mini boss or anything. Anywhere where you'd actually need it, it doesn't do anything. I'm gonna make like an actual effort to avoid this guy's attacks now. Yeah, I could just to kind of keep it down since it's late. I could do an ASMR playthrough of Mega Man X6. Oh man, I just realized there's a dude up there. I gotta get him. What? I tried to grab the rope and it didn't work. I better not be back at the beginning of the level. I am back at the beginning, aren't I? Oh my god. Well, let's see. Check the time. I've been playing for about 45 minutes or so. And I'm finally annoyed with this game. It took me 45 minutes. I just don't like playing this stage again because it's a crummy stage. There's just nothing interesting about it. It has this stupid mini boss that has like nothing. There's just no variety of this fight at all. It's just like this aggressively mediocre fight. And if you die on this part, you have to go all the way back to before the fight and do it over again. Okay, there's no way for me to reach that guy. I'm just like, oh, I gotta get that guy. No, there's no way to reach him. And I just fell in the pit again. Whew. Okay. You know, most of the other Mega Man games that I've played, especially the X games, I was able to basically speed run. Like, I would plow through them in a couple hours. Have a good time doing it. But I have a feeling that this game is going to take me a lot longer. Like, this might end up being like a 5-hour playthrough or something ridiculous like that. Like, ridiculous for a Mega Man game. And I don't even think I'm going to edit these videos. Like, I'm just gonna post them as is, and you can just like, you can feel my pain. You know, you can see everything that I go through getting through this stupid game. I'm not gonna trim it down at all. I'm not gonna edit out any of my deaths. Oh hey, I just accidentally fell down here and found another dude. There we go. Is there like any way I can reach this guy? I don't see any way. I mean, I've also got to figure out how to get that sub-tank in that other level. It was too high for me to reach it. Look at this. Ended the fight before it even got started that time. Not bad. So now I really don't want to go in that blue portal ever again because I think now it has Hymax in it. Once you defeat Zero one time, he gets replaced with Hymax. Maybe I shouldn't have defeated Zero. Like maybe I should have just avoided Zero entirely, just to keep Hymax out of these levels. I mean, considering I'm not going to play as Zero. Maybe I'll play as Zero a little bit later on just to have a little bit of variety. You know, but I really don't particularly consider him like a legitimate part of the game. Infinity Maginian. You seem to be hard to deal with. Why must I cover up for the lacking ability of the other investigators? How did you rabbit? I'm not even gonna, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to read this. Because nothing they're saying makes any sense. I wanted to use her to destroy all the idiots. Now I'm angry, and that means you're dead. Yeah, that's how like all the voice acting in the Mega Man series sounds. You know, when they bother to translate it into English, which they did not do for this game, it like always sounds uniformly terrible, you know? We have to stop Dr. Wowie, Mega Man. Yep. I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten the tyranny of Dr. Light and his bad voice acting. This is a very weird fight. I mean, I guess I could try to destroy all this stuff, but there's like so many of these bubbles that he's firing at me. Yep, looks like I'm headed toward a loss. Probably. Maybe not. Maybe. Am I gonna lose? Or am I not gonna lose? I am gonna lose. Damn, that was close too. So that was my first loss to a boss in this game. Oh yeah. We do have special weapons, by the way. They do exist in this game, but for the life of me, I can't remember what any of them do from my previous playthroughs. I just have a complete blank as to what the special weapons do. So, I don't remember any of them being particularly good, except for this one, the Yamar option. It's your basic kind of Mega Man shield weapon. So I'm just going to activate this and just kind of like jump all over this guy, like just really just be a douche is what I'm going to do. Oh my god, even against these bubbles that Giga Attack does nothing. Yeah, there's like no good way to take out those bubbles. Another loss. I mean, this is an easily winnable fight. I just have to be really careful to avoid those bubbles. You know, just slugging it out. I mean, it might work, but probably not. So when I hit these clones, I don't think he even, yeah, it doesn't even take damage if I hit the clones, so I need to focus on just hitting the real one. Oof. This is getting borderline ridiculous. Looks like it's gonna be another close one. Wow. Damn. I really needed to hit him on that attack just now, because it's gonna be so close. Yeah, I need to hit him on that one too. Oh, one more good hit. Whew, that was close. That was so close. That last shot had to be like dead on point or I would have lost the fight. Okay, that was kind of fun. That was actually kind of fun. That fight was pretty tough. I mean, not really, but I had to take it seriously. This is an okay weapon. I actually remember that one. He always had trouble with the other staff. It's so weird how these, like, robot masters in the Mega Man X series are all, like, I don't know. They're like people. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's peculiar. Let's see. Parts. I think it's time to maybe equip some parts, if possible. Actually, I don't know if I can equip any parts because I'm using the Falcon armor. Alright, I'm not going to fool with any of that right now. I remember this level having really good music, so I'm going to do that one next. Shield Sheldon, what an odd name.
Ready?
Ah, this does have good music. I remember this track. I'm just gonna be quiet for this level and listen to the music, so. Oh, that's nice. Platforms that you can't see until you jump on them. That's really tremendous. Man, every level in this game has something that just messes it up. Like, this is a level that could be a lot of fun, but they put all these, like, bees that just block your shots, and they're everywhere. Just bees. Why? Why are these bees here? And these laser puzzles are kind of irritating, too. I mean, I could do without them. But mainly the bees. Like what were they thinking? So here there are two paths you can take. You can go that way or you can go this way. And I don't remember what the difference is, but we're just going to go to the right and see what happens. Wait, seriously? Is that the boss? That can't be the boss. This better not be high max. Phew, okay, it's not high max. Alright. I'm living in like existential dread of high max right now. Who is this professor that they're talking about? Is it Gate? Is it Isaac? Who? What? Where? I think it's Gate. So, I don't know. Now, this guy might actually be weak against this weapon, but I don't remember. I see he's cribbing Armored Armadillo's style. Oh. Ooh, that's very damaging. If I can land a couple more of those on him. Nice. Yeah, that might actually be his weakness. I'm not sure. So that does it for episode 2 of Mega Man X6. We've got 3 Robot Masters down, which I'm going to keep calling them Robot Masters forever, even though in the X series they're called other things. And tune in for part 3, where we will hopefully take down a couple more of these guys. And so far this playthrough is going pretty smoothly. You know, not having any particular issues or anything. I mean, it's not a good game, but you know, so far it's okay, and I'm not having a terrible time with it yet, because the worst is still to come. So tune in, and I'll see you next time.